Hello everyone, welcome you all. This is Suresh from Meshed Automation channel. Today I am going to discuss about the listeners in TestNG. So listeners are defined as an interface that modifies the default TestNG behavior. So whenever you are doing a project and you need a perfect logging, so we have some predefined interfaces which are available for TestNG. So you can utilize those listeners and you can modify your report. So today as part of this session I am going to discuss about iTest listener, and these are all the list of listeners that are available in our TestNG. So we will discuss one by one in the upcoming sessions. So this session is mainly on focusing on the iTest listener interface. So in this iTest listener interface, what we going to see? So we have on start, on test success, on test failure, on test skipped, on test failed but with success percentage, on finish. So these are the basic requirements that we have for any test cases, that what going to be happen when you have these kind of scenarios. So we will going to see all in the coding structures, and do follow this entire session so that you will understand this iTest listener. In couple of interviews there are questions asked around this iTest listeners. You can answer those questions by following this session. So let's get started. Let me open my Eclipse IDE. So in this Eclipse IDE I have created an TestNG Maven project, and here I don't have anything. You can see here everything is just created. So we have pom.xml. Under that pom.xml I have provided some dependencies. So let me quickly show you the dependencies. So these are the dependencies I have used: TestNG dependency, Selenium Java dependency, and I am using WebDriver Manager dependency, and also we have some compilers and Shorefile plugins. So these are the required things. And in case if you are new to this project creation, so I will share the description where you can find the series of different project like Java project and Maven project. You can easily do by yourself by following my sessions. So let me go to my test source test Java. Under that we have one package created, so we don't need that package. So let me quickly delete that package. So in the source test Java I will create a new package and a class. So let me create a class. So my class is, we are going to use iTest listener, right? So let me do it reporting, and my package is a sample demo, right? So this is a test ng, right? So I don't want to use this main method, and let's quickly finish it. So we have this class created. Under that I will add two tests or three tests. One is success, one is failure, one is skipped. So for that I will use annotation, test annotation at the rate annotation, and use a public void test success, right? And let me quickly import the package for testng org.testng. So in this I will be putting only sysout, right? So I will say this is my success scenario test, right? This message I wanted to see when my test case is getting passed. So later on I will again create one more class which is at the rate test, and again import from package org.test annotation, and then you have public void test failure. So I'm just using a sysouts. In real time you may have different coding structures, but this is not related to the coding that you generally automate, but it is generally related to the configuration how you will generate a report. So for easiest process I am using the sysouts here. So this is my failure scenario test. So for this what I will do, I will add asset. Generally we will verify with respect to asset, right? Asset true, asset true, I will expect false here, so that my test case will get failed. And then we need one more test case called skipping, right? For skipping purpose Let me again create one more annotation, test annotation, and public void test skipped. Right, this is one more method. So here I will say throw new. So we need a skipped exception, which is a customized one. I am putting a message here, which message is this test is skipped. Right, quickly save. And I wanted to see results. Just I will quickly run this so that we will see some results. Right, we have 3 tests run, and out of them one got passed, failure is 1 and skipped is 1. So these are all the results that we have. So now I wanted to implement iTest listener for this. So for that, what I will do, I will create one more class in this same package or a different package. So I will create a one more class. So this class is listeners. So listeners, and let me use all small cases after one capital. Yep. And we don't need any main method here. So let's quickly finish it. So we have a created package or class. So now I wanted to implement this. So we have test here, and I wanted to implement this with an iTest listeners. So for that we have method called implements. To implement or to access any interface in Java, we need to use the implements method, right? Implements, I think something wrong here. Yeah, I is small. Implements. So I wanted to implement iTest listeners. So I capital iTest listener. So this is the interface that I wanted to implement on this. So let me remove this final from here. Right. So now in some Eclipse versions, you will see when you mouse over to this class name, it will provide you unimplemented methods to, but now we are not seeing those unimplemented methods, right? So for that, just go to this class and put a right click here, and then you will have a source to look in. Let me quickly see where is my source. Yeah, here is a source button. So once you go into this source, you will have override and implement methods. So once you click on this, all the methods which are related to my iTest listeners will be imported directly here. So let me click on this, and you will have this all methods here, and you can select in them based on your criteria. You can have success and failure only, or you wanted to have all of them. You can use all the options. For now I am clicking all options and click OK. So this will create all the methods available which are under my listeners, iTest listeners. So these are all the methods. It is on test start, on test success, on test failure, on test skipped, and similarly likewise other methods. And here I will just modify some piece of code. Let me remove those lines. Right, I have removed all the methods which are not necessary for us. Now I wanted to add some messages or some customized message when my test case is getting started. So for that I will use again CISO. For demonstrated purpose I am using CISO. Whenever you are using any reporting structure, right, like extend report, you can utilize those interface and you can modify the logging. So here I will say this test scenario is this test scenario. I will just mention this thing, and then we have an parameter pass here, iTest results, and variable is result here. So we will copy that, and using that we will just put it in this sysout and just put a dot and use a get name, so that this will get the name of your method or a test ng annotation. Right now we need to use a concatenate here. Yeah. So likewise, I will add all the sysouts for all the methods. Give me a moment. Right, I have modified all the methods which are need to be published whenever my test case are getting executed. So here we have this test scenario on start. On start, which method is on start? So that method need to be printed in the reporting log. And then likewise every test method, whichever like on success, on failure, on skipped, everything will be published. Now let's quickly save this, and how we need to use these methods into our class. So we have one more line to use before our class. So this is my reporting class, or we can say a test suite. Under that we have a test cases. Before that we need to use one method called @listeners. Right, listeners, and then after we have a class called, which is a class called listeners, right? Again we have this method, right? So we will use this method, so which is here, and dot class, right? And it will throw you a message because we need to use a package also. So under which package my listeners class is there. So package dot method dot class. So this is a line we need to provide so that our implementation methods which are there in our listeners will be handled these methods. Whenever we execute these methods, those methods will be called automatically. So let me quickly save and quickly run this program. Now you can see there are 3 runs happen, out of which 1 failure, 1 skipped, and in the bottom you can see suite. In the suite we have 3, 1 pass, 1 failure, 1 skipped. Right, these are the previous expectation, right? Now you can see here in the console log there is a message given. So what is happening here is the test, I mean this test scenario on test defaults. So on test defaults, what we are executing a test here, and again we have test scenario on start test. So what is happening on start test, which is a test failure method, and this is my failure test scenario. So after that you have on failure test failure, the method which we are using, and then after we have skipped. So as a method is getting skipped, we don't see any code or any logging in the console. Then after we have a success status, which is a on test start success, and the message is this one. So this is a message that we have used, right? This is my success scenario test, and then we have on success, then what needs to be printed, then on finish default test. So after finishing all the tests, what need to be printed, and these are the TestNG results, which is a pass, failed, and then you have a skipped. So these are the skipped. So this is how you implement all the listeners in your TestNG methods, and this is a most asked interview question as well. You may experience this kind of questions for experience between 3 to 12. So they might ask this kind of questions, and I have implemented for one method. I will suggest you to do for multiple methods, and if you are happy with that implementation, just give a like, and if you are facing any issues, just comment in my comment box. I will likely to help. Thank you for watching.